Ciao everybody once again. First of all, I want to thank all of the people that have seen my first video. I didn't expect all of that, you know. I was expecting maybe like 3 or 5 views maximum, but instead it had quite some views, many comments, and some people even followed me, and I didn't expect all of that, like, once again. So thank you so much. Now let's get on the topic of today. I'm reshooting this video because the wireless mic died on my first take and I didn't see that. So now I'm starting from the beginning once again. And I'm using this tiny mic now, which is wired, so shouldn't die on me. So in the latest year, you've probably seen the rising popularity of older cameras, you know, like old DSLRs or even DIGICAMS. And especially DIGICAMS, it was weird to me because my first camera, it was exactly a DIGICAM. It was this one, the Sony W30. I got this one in 2006, and I gotta be honest, I didn't remember this huge quality, you know. I went on with DSLRs and mirrorless after this, and I was like, why should I go back? After this one, to be fair, I got another compact DIGICAM. I don't remember which year it was. The Sony, it was 6 megapixel. Then I got this one, the Canon Ixus 200 IS. IS stands for image stabilization. I got this one when I had already a DSLR, but I wanted something more pocketable when I was going on vacation. So I got this one. To be honest, the quality wasn't that great. Maybe the Sony was even better because this one, it has a huge zoom, 12x zoom, so the lens is not that bright. It's 3.4 on the widest end. But I still enjoyed this one so much, you know. I took it with me to so many places and even to nights out, and it was fun, you know. I really love the colors from this one. But again, looking back at this picture, I was like, yeah, maybe there is something, but I gotta investigate more, you know? So I started using them once again, and I went even further because I got some other DIGICAMs. The first one I got was this one. It's a mighty Ricoh R8. This is my girlfriend's camera, to be fair, but it was sitting in a drawer, so I was like, can I take it? And she was like, yeah, of course, take it, no worries. I think it's a beautiful camera, and to me, it's like a father of the Ricoh Gear series because I see so many similarities in it. So after these 3, I got another one. I think it was this one, the Lumix LX1. This is the father of the beloved LX3. Everybody is talking about the LX3 on YouTube, and I see why nobody's talking about this one, because the quality is not there, but it's still a fun camera to use. It has a nice quality when the light is right, and it's really pocketable, it's really beautiful once again, so I kind of love it. Not that much, but it has something, you know. After this one, I found a listing on Facebook Marketplace for this one, the Canon Ixus 115. And this is a real compact camera once again. This has a CMOS sensor, not a CCD sensor like the others. And to be honest, this conversation about CCD sensor, CMOS sensor, it's also a thing going on a lot lately. I think the quality on the CMOS sensor in this case is better than the CCD sensor, but it's true that the CCD sensor has got some kind of vibe, you know. We'll talk about it later. After this one, which is basically new, as you can see, and I got this one for 20 euros, or no, 25 euros. I never spent that much money on these cameras. I think you shouldn't as well. After this one, I found a bigger camera, a bigger DIGICAM. This chunky boy is the Nikon P 7100. This is a little bit more pro, let's say. It has manual controls, tiltable screen, a wide lens with a big zoom. So this is something different, a lot of controls, but I think it still falls in the same category of DIGICAMs. First of all, because of the time it was released, and then because of the quality of the images. Then after this one, my latest find, some months ago, it was this one. This is fine. I'm really proud of. This is the Canon SD750. This is the brother of the SD1000, a camera that everybody is talking about in the DIGICAM community. Since everybody is talking about that camera, it has some crazy prices nowadays. I literally saw a video the other day by George Olden, a YouTuber and photographer that I really love. And the title of the video was literally this $200 camera, and he was talking about the Canon SD1000, which is, by the way, the Ixus 70 in Europe, while this one is the Ixus 75. I don't know why Canon has different names across the globe. I think they called Ixi something somewhere else. I don't know, maybe you can help me. If you know something about it, tell me in the comments. Once again, I got it for really cheap. I found it in a thrift shop and I paid 27 euros for this one, which is in mint condition. The battery is still going on really strong. So since everybody's paying crazy prices for the brother, getting this one for so cheap, I'm proud of it, you know. And I even think this is better because the screen is bigger. The SD1000 has a smaller screen, but it has a viewfinder. But to be honest, I don't think that viewfinders on these small digicams are that usable, because like this one, my first camera, it has a viewfinder, but I don't know. It's so small. Why should it bother? You know, maybe a bigger screen is better in my opinion. So, as I said, I got all these cameras and I understood what it's all about, you know, because yeah, let's be honest, the quality is not there, okay? I'm pretty sure your smartphone, it takes better pictures. But if you are using this camera, it's all about the nostalgia, okay? If you're a millennial like me, or if you're a Gen X even, you see these cameras and they will bring you back to simpler times. Times where you were just living your lives and taking pictures of random stuff without thinking too much, without having to think about the shutter speed, the aperture, the ISO, whatever. You were just there taking pictures, okay? And you were having the time of your lives, you know? On the other hand, if you're Gen Z or even Gen Alpha, you see this thing and they're old, they're really old. Maybe you've seen pictures from your parents or relatives taken with these kind of cameras, and they are so different from the picture you can take with your smartphone, because smartphones nowadays, they are getting better and better every day, but they are even, I think, too clinical sometimes. They are too polished. Well, these cameras, they have imperfections, you know. So to Gen Z and Gen Alpha, these are like what film was for millennials. We're looking for that different thing in our pictures. These cameras, they will give you exactly that, you know, they will give you that vibe that we all want in our pictures. Because again, if we're talking about a perfect picture, they're not good for that, you know. As I said, smartphones, they have bigger sensors, like this one, the Canon SD750. It has a sensor 1/2.3. Some smartphones have a 1-inch sensor, some others have 1/2.2, 1/2.3, and the cheapest smartphone you can get, it's like maybe 1/2. So they are better when it comes to sensor size. But the vibe, it's not there. Okay, they are not perfect. They lack maybe in color sometimes. Some of them, they can fall flat. They lack in contrast. But there's a big but, you know.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. You know the brothers can't deny.
They are so much fun. Because when I use these cameras, I can forget about everything. I'm just living my life. I'm just seeing what's happening, you know. I don't have to think about the technical aspects of my camera. I don't have to think about the shutter speed. I don't have to think about the aperture value, because there is nothing to think about on these cameras. They all work in auto mode, except some exceptions, as I told before. Of course, you can set any camera on auto mode, but if you're like me, you want to use those settings, you know, because in a time where machines are taking more and more control, I want to use my camera and decide what it's going to do, you know, because I know what the shutter speed will do, I know what the aperture value will do, I know what's happening with the different ISO value. So with normal, let's say, cameras, I want to use those things, but with these ones, I cannot. So I just have to see something, take my camera, compose, and take the picture, you know, and just see what's going to pop up on the screen. And I think that's all about it, you know, because leaving all those technical aspects aside gives me so much freedom, and I can live my life, enjoy the moments, and create and shoot those perfect imperfect memories. And I think these are perfect exactly for that, you know, collecting memories. So let's say you're going on a vacation and you don't want to bring your big camera, which is really expensive, really heavy. So you can take one of these and just enjoy your vacation without thinking too much and collect some memories. Or maybe you're going out for a walk with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your friends, whatever, and take a picture of random stuff. Maybe even the most mundane things, you want to take a picture because the light is perfect, and you will get a different vibe with these cameras, that Y2K aesthetic. Or something I really like about this camera, if you bring them when you're out at night, you know, maybe you're having a party, you're out for dinner, or you're going to a concert where you cannot bring anymore your big mirrorless camera because they won't accept you in the venue with that. So you can bring one of these because they won't tell you nothing, because they know they're not professionals, and take some different pictures that are not the same picture you will get with your smartphone, you know, and you will feel something different with that picture. I think it's so about that, you know, getting this camera with you, with your friends, opening it up, flashing your friends like this, and everybody will pose for you, having the time of their lives, having fun. You know, this camera will bring you back in times, to simpler times, but it's the same for your friends, you know. They will see something different. They will not be intimidated. They will say, okay, yeah, this is fun. I remember taking pictures with this, or I've seen other pictures taken with these cameras. I know they are cool, so let's save the same thing. Let's have the same thing. They are perfect to that, you know. I'm sorry. I'm losing the thread here, because as I said in the first video, I don't have a script. I'm just ranting about all the things that comes into my mind. So my suggestion in the end, it's you don't need any of these cameras, you know. It's not like many YouTube videos will tell you why you need this camera or you need that camera. You don't need them. You don't need anything, you know. You can shoot with whatever you have. But maybe you can ask your friends, your relatives, your partner, if they have a camera like this laying around that they are not using. Or maybe you can go through thrift shops and find a deal like I do, and I wouldn't pay anything more than 20 or 30 euros, dollars or pounds, whatever you're paying. In that case, I would definitely get one of these, you know, because as I said, they are fun and they have this great vibe, and that you can use for your photos. You can even use them for a project, you know, like a fashion project. They are perfect for those kind of things. In the end, all I think about is go get one of these, put it in your pocket, because they are so small. They are like a credit card small, and live your life, create those memories, live those memories, and after a while, look at those pictures. They will not be perfect, but the moments and the memories you've lived, those were perfect, and that's the most important thing. So this is all for today. If you want, you can follow me on Instagram, and until the next time, dai!